This recipe doesn't have to sit for 18 hours. It only has to sit for 3 in total. I don't know if it'll work out. I've never tried this before, so I'm trying something new. I've never actually made a no-knead bread. My bread recipe is totally different and I really love it. But I thought, hey, I'll give this one a try and see how it goes, and I'll just adjust it as needed. So I've got my wheat here. This is wheat that we mill ourselves, and we actually have it available for sale. So if you'd like to buy our 100% organic wheat, you can in our store. And we can ship it to you. But anyway, I will grab this wheat. This is hard red spring wheat. And actually, before I put the wheat in, I'm going to put the activated yeast into the bowl and some honey and some warm water and get that started first. So I actually only have quick rise yeast. So the recipe calls for traditional, and we will try and see how this works with quick rise instead. So it calls for a teaspoon of activated yeast, 3 cups of whole wheat flour. 1, 2, 3. Grab a teaspoon of salt. All right, and then we'll just add the water and get that going. All right, I've put in a generous amount of honey, a little bit more than 2 teaspoons, which I think is okay because I don't mind a sweet bread. All right. I don't know. Unfortunately, the recipe is in Fahrenheit and it's like 110 degrees Fahrenheit. I have no idea what that feels like, but it feels warm. Okay, I'm gonna put the water into the flour and mix it together and then let it sit. All right. Is kind of a wet wheat in itself, and it's always wet. So I'm wondering if it needs a little more flour because it does not look like it did in the picture. So I'll add a little bit more. Hard red spring wheat is a very wet wheat, and it makes the most delicious moist breads. But sometimes if you're trying to mimic a recipe, you need to add a little extra flour than the recipe calls for, just to allow for that extra moisture content. All right, so this looks about right. We're just gonna let that sit there for an hour. I'll put a cloth on it and a paper saran wrap, and it'll be good to go. All right, the bread is done. I'm gonna put it to the side and let it sit for an hour. All right, here is the bread. It's sat for an hour. And now we are supposed to open it and just roll it into a ball. a happy little ball. All right, there's my ball. And then we put the saran wrap back on and we leave it for another hour or two. I'm going to roll it up one more time and throw this in. I already put the Dutch oven in the oven so that I could get it preheated. So I'm gonna Dutch oven this thing. So you're supposed to just shape it into a ball. I need some flour on my hands. And then flour on top. And then you just squeeze and tuck. Squeeze and tuck. And what you're doing is you're adding tension on top and turning this into a happy little loaf. Adding tension on top, squeezing and tucking, squeezing and tucking. I'm just gonna put a score line in it, and I'm gonna put another one. Wow, this is looking so good. I've never done this before actually, like this. I've always done just like bread pan versions. I'm gonna put some design into it, because why not? This knife is super sharp. Here's my cute little Dutch oven. I actually really love the color. This goes here. Take the lid off the Dutch oven. And then I'm gonna somehow transfer this sweet little thing onto, round it back up again, parchment. I'm gonna put that parchment in the Dutch oven. I'm gonna cook this little thing 20 to 30 minutes, lid on. Here, I'll let you guys see what I'm doing. Anyway, all I have been drinking is orange juice today. No food, because it's still day 12 of the cleanse and I'm coming off. So the first day to come off, you have to drink orange juice. So seems to be working. Or it's the excitement that soon I will be able to eat again. I don't know. Either way, I seem to be full of energy. It looks like I didn't have the oven hot enough. It needs to be at 450 for 20 to 30 minutes. So I just increased it to, I don't know why it's working right now. It seems that it's actually at temperature. So I'll just do 450 and hopefully it's good. So it's at 410 right now. Let's get this bread out of the oven. There it is. There it is. Here's our little bread. Isn't that awesome? Alrighty, well, I'm very happy with that bread. I don't think I showed you the bread finished. I put it in this plastic bag here, but it turned out perfect. I really like it. That's how it looks on the outside. It's crispy on the outside and it's squishy in the inside. It smells really, really good. And that's just 100% whole wheat. It's sweet. I think I might add a little bit of oil next time because the recipe didn't have any oil in it, but I think I'll add oil and then it'll be perfect. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me. This was Tabea's Kitchen and have a wonderful day. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.